Yes, 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 yes. We are here. We are here. We are here. And we did prompt the vehicle to connect in with us today because we love to be able to help support all. And we see that even though you've heard us say some things before, you may not be able to recognize and apply it to the information and to the struggles you're currently experiencing in your third dimension. And so, as we have said before, everything is significant and purposeful for lessons to understand from the experience. The challenge is from your 3D mindsets, is that some of those lessons are from your life contracts, are and do have a metaphysical perspective of information that was needing to be sought after and experienced for various reasons. And while you may think it was just a simple interaction with someone for a few minutes, this could be a profound, significant clearing and healing and resolving of a karmic experience contract with that soul. It's all purposeful. There is no such thing as accidents, including those strangers you bump into. There is purpose and significance for everything, including the aches and pains of the body, including any issues with the body. These are messages to get your attention. You are not victims to the environment or to your. How do you view this? We are scanning to see who is hearing this, to see how they are interpreting their issues with their bodies. They're making free will choices and having mindsets that manifest and create dis-ease and discomfort within the body. However, they will want to blame such things that come from a limited perspective of fear. We are saying those people who still feel victim and vulnerable to the 5G. We've mentioned this before, but there are people that are so willing to throw away their empowerment, throw away their understanding of how energy works and who they truly are. You're playing the role of human, you're not truly human. And therefore, if you give yourself the human excuse that you are going to be vulnerable to energy waves, then you will notice the body reacting to your belief system that it is a victim to energy waves. We are upgrading and protecting you from things that other people are doing with their free will choices the best that we can. Most of this you are unaware of, so you're not manifesting it with your consciousness and your mindsets. We see many of you not feeling okay, you're lost, you're out of your mission or purpose in some regards, and you are struggling to cope with the density because you can't understand the purpose and significance of being a light bearer, of transmuting properties to be able to hold higher frequency volume, to be able to uplift all and to be able to transmute that density. And so when you're just absorbing so much density, and you do not do what you're supposed to do next, which is release that density, ground that density away from you and transmute it into love, high frequency, because you honor the experiences of that density. You honor the challenges that was created to be able to create that density. There's much to be said about how you can work and process and replace, reposition, re-justify the energy. And so you were pushing it down and lifting up others. There's much to be said here. And when you don't know how to work with energy and just that frequency and just that perspective in itself, you become an absorbent sponge of density and you don't know what to do with yourself. You don't know how to cleanse and clear and ground yourselves. And so this is why people need to awaken to who you are and what you're doing here and the purpose of being here now. And so it is very challenging for many who are wanting to focus on 3D living. They diligently go to the doctors to diligently honor and badge themselves and label themselves with human perspective medical issues and ailments. And while that can make you feel like there is truly something wrong with you because you can't see the boo-boos, you can't see the issues, but you can feel that there is something not right with you, getting a label makes you feel like there is the attachment of the labels makes you then feel like there is something to justify the way you feel. The label can be quite nonsensical from our perspective of what you are creating and manifesting within your physical systems. But it gives you comfort to feel like it is not your responsibility. It's not you doing this. This is the environment, or this is genetics, or this is something else that you have collected and you're a victim. And even if this is something you're born with, or even if this is something hereditary, you still chose to have this experience. It's not an accident. There is no such thing from our perspective of accidents. From our perspective, everything is significant for lessons to grow your experiences on earth, to feel all of the range of emotions and mindsets that you can indulge yourself with in the third dimension. There is not supposed to be anything you're truly stuck with. It is all evolving and healing and growing and exploring. And when you have certain issues, this triggers people to be there for you more, or for you to rely on others more. There is so much more that is involved with what you manifest. And even if it is a life contract, to experience the bigger illnesses, the bigger diseases, again, that usually is part of other people's life contracts too, to be able to react and to help resolve emotionally and physically the issue coming together. It's always about togetherness, to find unity, to support each other while you're pretending to be merely just human. We want to clarify that there is no good or bad. There is no judgment. It is experiences. But some of you have identified so closely those labels, you're not willing to part with them. They are comforts for you now for various reasons, either because you've had attention or you have got benefits. You have benefited from certain issues within the body that have either given you attention, sympathy, and even money. So we are saying to many who want to keep supporting those poor victims who keep getting illnesses or accidents, check, are you accidentally disempowering them with giving them concern, worry, attention for their attention-seeking behaviors? This is all the delicate, fine dance of exploring and supporting all in the third dimension. And you're trying to encourage everyone while you encourage yourselves to empower yourselves, to love yourselves, to look after yourselves, and to find that if you are seeking things from others, including attention of self-harm, look at this behavior and see, where is it and why is it that you are so desperate to get people's attentions? You would hurt yourself to be able to trigger people to suddenly care for you or notice you. It is all purposeful and meaningful what you do to yourselves, because ultimately you are self-sacrificing yourselves to be able to make other people notice. And this is why some people love the dramas and holding on to certain dramas, because this is newsworthy, it's topical, and therefore it gives you great excuses to chat and gossip amongst others because you feel like you have this commonality of interests. We say many of these things are merely just distractions, because if you truly wanted to connect in with each other at a social level, our advice to you would be more about focusing on empowerment and to seek out the most beneficial ways for empowering yourselves, to look at behaviors and routines and see what is the motives behind everything. It is always significant, and we know that we say this word nearly on repeat. So we invite you all to stop and explore the significance of everything that is happening to you, and not overlook or dismiss even the smallest of details. Everything you notice, everything you see, you feel, you hear has got significant messages and meanings for you. Are you in a habit and routine of still dismissing this? Or have you started to slow down your days, your moments, and to notice what's going on around you? Or are you still willing to be more distracted than focused? And as we have said to you, we understand that using your free will is very tempting to find your joy and to find your distractions. It is a free will planet. But for many of you who have life contracts, to be more in tune with the energy, transmute the energy, shed the energy, share the energy, and inspire and encourage all to empower themselves as you are empowering yourself to speak your truth, to not keep small. There is so much that we have shared and said with you. And we're seeing great steps forward. We're seeing very once timid, scared humans with gigantic souls starting to come awakened to their power, awakened to their mission, awakened to their purpose. This is exciting for them because they realize it's not ego. They have worked hard to be these advanced beings because of all their other experiences and lessons that they have learned along their soul's journey. And so to be here now on earth is a privilege and honor because they know who they are, they know what they are capable of, and they know the game that has been played here on earth, and they are able to be patient and love and nurture all who are still trying to come awoken to the game that they are playing and their earth experiences. We are saying many of you are discovering the other videos that this vehicle has done, which is she called, which we have forced her to. So she thinks she has free will, and you know she has free will, but often she is merely being of service for us all. And this is significant and purposeful when we appreciate this. And she knows the difference between when she is going off path with her own free will choices versus being of service and complying to her own life contract she signed up and agreed to be. And so many are starting to discover these videos that she has done in the year prior to your experience that you are having now. And she has shared with you her human translation of the principles and lessons and teachings that we have shared with her journey through being in contact with us in her many sessions. She has either supported through being a client or through being a practitioner. And this is wisdom that is easily explored for those who are truly wanting to understand things at a faster level now. And we see many people are using this information and expanding upon it rapidly, and they are surprised that they're not getting speed wobbles from the growth because they can see it within themselves, they can feel it within themselves. And not only are they noticing their own empowerment and strength and passion to be able to be of service to others as they have dropped their egos and their identification of the roles that they are playing as their human lives, they are recognizing that they are souls here supporting other souls who have forgotten who they are. And as they are not trying to realign or reawaken the soul truly to who its full form is, it's about honoring and supporting their game, their project, and of completing their human earth missions and experiences, what they wanted to accomplish and complete this lifetime, this very significant lifetime. And so this is why it's frustrating for many who are awoken to be able to say the supporting words that needs to be for a human 3D mindset to be able to understand, to be able to explore and be able to balance and heal all of the range of emotions, to be able to see the lessons there. You don't necessarily need to know the bigger information about who's behind and who's within these meat suits. It is about playing the game of human that is the most important focus. And so why are you supporting all with just merely that, with just being triggered to identify themselves, to understand for themselves, their emotions, while you're asking them questions to be able to help them on this journey of thinking and owning and being responsible for their own actions and behaviors and mindsets. There is much to be said here, but when you have advancedly quickly grown, this can be staggering for many who have seen you energetically and watched you become very spiritually mature quite rapidly. You will notice that this will then draw and attract many who are still struggling and they enjoy your higher frequency. And so we say, keep up that good work. Make sure there is a balance between you grounding yourselves and being of service, because we see some of you get so excited, you don't pace yourselves as well, and you hold and collect a lot of density that doesn't serve you, as you're simply just the conduit of that energy to be able to help release it for all. We understand this is busy. We understand that there is lots to think about, but slow it down, slow your awareness down to start noticing these big, significant messages and lessons that are right there for you to be able to guide you. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to worry about. It is all beautiful experiences to have diversity of the range of emotions that you can have here. Love yourself and honor yourself, and love others and honor others. Do not react to their struggles because it's not personal. They are struggling within themselves, and they don't catch themselves as they overflow with their frustrations. Still love them and guide them for empowerment of self. That is the easiest way for you to be of service. We honor and have deep gratitude for all of our brothers and sisters, our soul family and friends who are here and understanding their significance and accepting their roles that they've chosen to be here, and know the difference between the ego versus their life contracts. We have said to you before, and we will say this again, keeping small when you are supposed to be a big role model isn't serving you, and it isn't serving those who need to see what someone quickly empowering themselves looks like and feels like. You will get resistance when you want to change, because this scares others. who are still attracted to holding density. There's much to be said here, and we will finish this as we know that many of you are already, what you could say, zoned out with the energy frequency that we're sharing with you. But please always remember that we love you and we're always here for you. We are never separated or disconnected from you. And so, with that in your always foremost heart and mindsets, go with love and joy.